You say, but what if I get it wrong? Oh, I love this. What if I get it wrong? The old, what if I get it wrong? What if I try to speak destiny to someone and I'm wrong? You know what? I was talking to this teenager who has just been amazing. God's just been doing great things in his life. He's just so excited. I've known him since he was born and watched him grow and develop. I know him, as the Bible says, after the flesh, and I know him after the spirit. This kid said to me that God has given him words to speak destiny to people that are at the mall, that are at the coffee shop. And I said, but Matthew, what if you get it wrong? And he said, I say to them, does that resonate with you? Do you relate to that word? And if they say, not at all, I say, okay, God's on AM, I'm on FM. Okay, how complicated is that? Come on. How complicated is that? God's on AM, I'm on FM. He said, I just pray again, and I get it. I said, really? Now, why is that so incredible? That's knowing him after the spirit. Let me tell you about him after the flesh. This is a young boy that grew up with such a rejection upon his life, such a sense of perfectionism that when he would in school try to do something, which was always a struggle because he was severely dyslexic. He would be bullied, he would be made fun of. He just encountered a whole bunch of terrible things at school in his primary years. He would come home, when anything that he tried would fail, he would run up to his room, and seriously, for 3 days, it would take him 3 days to overcome that rejection. Crying, sitting in a corner. This is the kid that now stands before me as an older teen and says, if I get it wrong, I just say, God's on AM, I'm on FM. What has God done in his life? He has reached out for his destiny. He's given himself permission to fail. And people, until you give yourself permission to fail, you will not be able to succeed. You need to give yourself permission to fail. Calling out the gold in the lives of your team members, telling them what you see in their life that God's excited about. When we do this with our children, it becomes the glasses that they begin to see others with. Those camps I told you about, when we would get these kids there and the leader would speak to them over and over, positive love, calling out the gold in their life. I watched this one boy who had come very negative, very, pulling away, antisocial, all this, being spoken into. By Wednesday, we were over at this archery area, and he was with a younger camper. And I watched him, a big, tough kid. He came over, and this camper was like, I can't do this. He goes, yes, you can. I was really terrible to start, but I know you can do it. I know you'll be good at it, too. Everything that his leader had said to him, he was now parroting word for word. The curse words were gone, and now affirmations are coming from where? From destiny that's been spoken to him, that has freed him to speak destiny to someone else. And this young kid that picked up, that took a shot, and he goes, that's amazing. That's fantastic. Wow, when I tried the first time, it went the opposite way. You went toward the goal. I'm going to have us stand together. As we conclude, I would really like you to, as you stand up, we're going to be doing something that is just going to push your boundaries a little bit. But because you're in children's ministry, that's every day of your life. Okay, so. In just a few minutes, I'm going to have you turn to the person beside you, and I just want you to just pray for them. What do I pray? Let's go with where we said before. Let's start with where you're comfortable. Pray for them the way you want someone to pray for you. Just begin to speak into their life. Destiny. Whoever's beside you, look around. If you see somebody that doesn't have someone, step out and just move over to them. But let's just do this right now. Let's just turn to the person beside you. If you want to have 3 people, you can have 3 people gather. You know, that's fine. But let's just turn to the persons beside you. Just begin to pray destiny into their life. Come on.